right. Let's do this thing. So, surprise podcast because I was away for a couple days, and honestly, I was away for a couple days, and I want to talk about it. So we are going to have a quick discussion about the weekend that I just had. We are going to talk about why it was important. We're going to talk about lessons that all of you can take away from this weekend that I just had as well. So, guys, as you tune in, drop me a comment. Let me know how your weekend's going. Let me know how training's going, if you've got anything coming up, and if you have anything that you want to learn more about on these podcasts, drop me a comment, tell me what it is, and I'll make sure that I will get it in the rotation for future podcast topics. But for now, we are going to get into it. We are talking about how your environment dictates your situation, and we are going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Elite Development Podcast, the #1 show for athletes looking to gain an edge on their opponents and build their dream careers in sport. I'm your host, Kenny Dusseault, and today we are talking about how your environment dictates your situation. Now, why are we talking about this? We're talking about this because I just got back very, very early this morning at like midnight, maybe a little bit less. I just got back very, very, very recently from an event in Kelowna, British Columbia, that I want to talk about for a few reasons. So number one, I'll tell you basically what the event was, how everything worked, and then I'll get into the details of exactly what I want to talk about today. So this event was thrown by my business mentors, Brian, Mark, and Cole DeSilva. And basically, they rented out the most ridiculous mansion I have ever seen in my life. Like, I don't even know how big this place was, but there was like a full auditorium on the first floor. It had an elevator because it was so big that taking the stairs was apparently too much for people. It had 18 bedrooms, like just insane. Like, this place was nuts. It was wintertime, so we didn't get to use it, but there was also a mini golf course just outside. They had like a guest house with a place to keep their, I think, multiple boats. Like, this place was nuts. Like nothing I'd ever seen before. Like, it's something that you would see in movies. But they rented this place out and they brought 18 of their students here. There. I'm not there anymore, unfortunately. They brought 18 of their students to basically spend the weekend learning from them directly, go more in depth into, our businesses, our struggles, the things that we need more help with. And they brought in some speakers as well to, go more in detail with various aspects of business too. Now, this weekend was insane. And also they had a private chef that spent the whole time cooking us meals. And they had videographers on site the whole time. So, obviously you guys see, I post a lot on social media. It's a huge part of, marketing for my business, but also delivering value to all of you. And so they had videographers on site that, we were able to film with, we were able to use to just improve our social media content and everything like that. So this place was insane. And honestly, it was transformational. Like, I had lunch with one of my mentors, and she basically turned to me and she was like, "Hey, dude, I know things are going well for you right now, but why the hell aren't they going way, way better?" And, I was kind of taken aback at first, but in the best possible way. And she basically told me, she was like, "I see what you do as something that could be so much bigger than it is. And I see the impact you make on your social media. I see the impact you make on your clients. I see the impact that you deliver, and you need to be bigger than where you're at right now." And it's like, honestly, it almost gets me a little bit emotional, even just thinking about it, because it was it means a lot coming from someone who's running a business that has 6,000 clients, coming from someone who's making a worldwide impact. Hearing her say that to me, just hit me in the heart. And this is why events like this are so important and why I invest in this kind of thing any chance I get. Now, other than that, I got to go really in depth on creating a vision for my life, a vision for my career, which I'm going to get into a little bit more in future episodes. And I got to dig into how to create better social media content from someone who has almost 2 million followers across multiple platforms. And just breaking down the processes, breaking down how to word certain videos to make them hit home harder and deliver more value to everybody who follows me. So everyone who's listening to this right now, I appreciate you all. And there's bigger and better things coming, I promise you. Now, why am I telling you about this event? Why am I talking about, this transformational experience that I had? The number one reason is because I almost didn't go. When the event got announced, I saw it. I was like, man, this sounds awesome, but like, it's going to be a lot of money. And, I just paid off a couple of other big things. And, I don't know. It's like, it's going to be hard. Like, I'm going to have to put it on my credit card. And I've already got some stuff on my credit card. Like, do I really want to do this? And it just like, I went back and forth for like 2 full weeks on whether or not I wanted to go to this event because of excuses. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be traveling. It's not going to be easy to get there. Like, I had every excuse in the fucking book. And I decided to make the investment, and it was one of the best investments I've ever made in my life. Now, the reason that is so important, and the reason that I need you guys to understand what I'm saying here, is because I almost didn't make this investment because, money, because of time, because of whatever. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And this is what I see so many athletes screw up every single fucking day. You guys have every reason not to invest in more help, not to invest in private sessions with your coach, a strength coach, a nutritionist, all these areas of your game that are going to be so massively beneficial for you because you have every excuse in the fucking book. Oh, money's tight right now, so I can't. It's like, is money actually tight, or do you just not want to spend it because it's uncomfortable? Oh, I'm so busy with all these other things, so, I got to put training on the back burner. Guess what? Your goal for your sport isn't fucking going away. So you can put it on the back burner all you want. You can talk about how you're busy, but it's still going to keep moving forward with or without you. So by getting over the excuses, by getting past the reasons why you can't do it and actually just fucking doing it, you're going to put yourself in a better situation every single time. And the other reason that that's so important, and the title of this podcast, Your Environment Dictates Your Situation, is because the group of 18 people that I was with this weekend are all incredibly high performers. Now, I work with high level athletes, so, I'm around some good, solid high performers during my life from time to time as it is. But this group just hits different because everywhere you go in this industry, you get told that, oh, if you're a coach, it means you're going to be poor forever. And, oh, coaching's not a real job, or, this or that. Like, there's always people kind of just flapping gums about what we do and all of that. Now, this group is high performing people that have common visions. Like, we all work with not necessarily the same people, but we all have common visions. We all want to make a big impact. We all want to work with a lot of people. We all want to make a big change. And there aren't a lot of people like that around. So putting yourself in that environment, even though it was for a weekend at a time, being around those people is inspiring. Being around those people led to me coming up with new areas of my business that I haven't explored yet, that I'm going to be able to dig into so much more now and make impact on a whole other fucking level. And I'm so excited for that. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up to you is because this is the kind of thing that you need to hear. This is the kind of thing you need to understand. Making investments to put yourself around better people is going to be the difference maker for you to actually be able to reach the goals you have for your career. I have athletes DMing me questions every single day. Do I do this or do I do this? Do I train this way or do I train that way? Do I do this exercise? Is this exercise good or is that exercise better? And all of these different things that, there's only so much I can answer you just off of a DM. But if you were willing to take the leap and actually invest in yourself, you would have every one of those answers at your fucking fingertips. But you're so worried about spending that little bit of money because, oh, it's a little uncomfortable, I'm not sure, and the results aren't certain, that you don't spend the money, you don't invest in your future, and you try to get all your answers for free on the internet. And if you're trying to get all your answers for free on the internet, are the answers out there? Yeah, but you know what else is out there? A lot of misinformation too. So by actually making the investment, actually surrounding yourself with the coaches, the other athletes, the other people that are doing what you want to do, you're going to put yourself in a situation to succeed. Plain and simple. Now, have you ever heard the expression, you are the product of the 5 people you spend the most time with? This is like, after this weekend as well, this just hits different, because every single person that was at that event, like I said, is a high performer, is, running a large business, is making a lot of money, is making a large impact on the world. And surrounding myself with people like that, like I said, was inspiring and opened my eyes to so much more that I can do with my business, that I can do with my career, that I can do with my life. And the reason that I bring that up is because for any of you listening right now, or any of you listening on the replay, you might think, but I don't have those high performers around me. I don't have those, inspiring people around me. Like my parents are, just average, or my parents are, not good role models. And then all my friends want to do is drink and party and do drugs all the time. So I don't have, that group to like help level me up. But guys, we live in the age of the internet. You can create that group through social media. You can create that group through mentorship programs, through coaching programs. You can spend time with people virtually that are going to be able to do so much more for you. And that is what this group has been for me. This group has been the place that I've been able to go anytime I'm struggling with anything, or like how to grow, how to improve, how to make changes in my life. This is the group that I go to, because these people understand where I'm at, understand what I want to do. They don't pull it down. Like when I talk about, a big goal or anything like that, a lot of people that I know, just be more realistic. Like stop working so hard. You got to relax. You got to do this. You got to do that. Whereas I go to these people and they're like, holy fuck, yeah, get going. Like, you've got big goals. Let's get to fucking work. How do we help you? And that's the kind of energy that you need. So if you don't have that around you, what my challenge for you would be is to learn to find it. Figure out on the internet what group you can join, or program you can join, or, system you can be a part of, that is going to encourage high-level goals, going to encourage work ethic, going to foster you becoming a better version of yourself. Because if you have that energy around you, you are going to put yourself in a situation where you can be more successful when it comes to the goals you have for your career. But when all the energy around you is negative, but as a result, your energy is going to start to get negative too. But because of the world we live in, because we live in the age of social media, I have athletes that train in 14 different countries. That alone, right? These people, instead of hiring some random strength coach down the street, they figured out that the best option for them was going to be to hire somebody in a different country. Now, again, the reason that I say that is because as a strength coach, we're going to go off on a little bit of a tangent, but as a strength coach, the important thing is not to have someone sitting, staring, watching every single one of your reps. The important thing is the structure of the program. The important thing is the communication. The important thing is that we're setting you up for success. And a lot of strength coaches out there just want to flex about how tough their workouts are. And that helps nobody except your stupid fucking ego. So that's the reason that it's going to be better to put yourself in a position where you can surround yourself with better people, instead of saying, this guy lives down the street, so that's fucking convenient. We live in an incredible world where you can connect with people around the world. Instead of just sticking with the convenient circle, expand your network, find the people that are going to actually help you grow, and pay for a seat at the fucking table. That's the other and final piece that I can bring to you that I want you to really understand, is paying for a seat at the table. You can come in and you can, send messages and ask for free advice and all of that. But again, like I was saying before, there's only so much that you're going to be able to get for free. The information's out there, but the misinformation is out there. All of that stuff is all jumbled and fire hosed into your fucking face. But when you pay for a seat at the table, when you join the program, when you put yourself in the room, Now, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to get access to all the resources that are creating the success that these other people are seeing. I joined this business coaching program. I dropped more money on this than I was ever thinking that I would drop on anything. And as a result, I've been able to over 5x the size of my business in under 18 months. And this is the same thing for so many of you guys with your strength and conditioning work, with your nutrition, with all of these other areas of training. You try to put it together yourself. You try to just find the info on the internet and, you see a little bit of result, a little bit here, a little bit there. But if you were just willing to actually bet on yourself and pay for a seat at the fucking table, pay to put yourself in the room, you'd be able to get such a better result so much faster because you would actually be ingrained in the systems that you're looking for. So guys, that is it. That is all. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope you got some value from that. I hope that shifted a little bit of perspective. I saw some good comments coming in, so I'm going to take a look through those. But as always, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to catching you on the next one. Guys, we're going to stick around. We're going to do a couple minutes of Q&A. So